the VA or try to get a medical treatment? No, I'm going to drink some beer and sit there and call people ragheads and Hajis and watch Fox News. Like I saw the comments on the New York Post and places, and it's all like, how great. He's right. They are savages. Kill them all. They're going to kill your pension fund. They're going to kill your bank account. They're going to kill the value of your dollar. They're going to take your house when it's paid for. They're going to bring you into a hardcore depression. You think the New World Order is just going to kill some brown people under 15 years of sanctions, 1 million of them that starved to death or died from medical issues? I've talked to the real troops that came back. They said most of those people are so debilitated that every once in a while, if you killed their family, they'd go dig up a AK-47 and try to shoot you, and then it's called an insurgent. All the disease, the sewage running down the streets, the people starving to death. And any time the contractors come in, it was later confirmed, and mow down a bunch of innocent people. It's now been confirmed in federal documents, Blackwater people running around the streets on cocaine, naked, shooting up apartment buildings and cars. And we have videos of similar stuff. And then the people get mad and rise up against it. And so the entire U.S. military lines up and levels the city. And they got snipers racking up their record kills. Well, yeah, because in World War II and Vietnam, they're actually fighting an enemy that shot back. Actual soldiers, actual warriors. It wasn't a bunch of starving people running around with drones and sword robots going in and just carpet bombing everything and heavy artillery leveling. And what, maybe 1,000 people out of tens of thousands decided to stand up? And it's just anybody moving in an area, shoot them. And it's like, oh, it's legendary. We can sit here in an office building and shoot people all day. Oh, it's so manly. Meanwhile, you don't care about those Hajis? Well, the New World Order doesn't care about you. And so, and I know you're listening and laughing right now. You're 30 years old or whatever, or you're 25, and you know, some of your buddies are kind of sick, but whatever. Yeah, that's what they signed up for. And, you know, the VA will take care of them. You don't know why your buddy's kidneys are failing or why there's blood coming out of his gums. Or, yeah, your buddies did just have a baby girl, and her eyes are in the wrong spot, and she's got holes in her heart, and, and only got half a kidney. But you know what? So what? Shut up, Alex Jones. You're not patriotic. I know you don't care about anybody because you're a tough guy. But few years down the road, you're going to go in and get diagnosed with that cancer when you're 35 or 40. And then they're going to cut your chest open and go in there and remove one of your lungs. And you get to have all that fun because it really gets the lungs. You guys are really looking forward to some lung cancer. Those little Hajis got to die real quick. Of course, now they get to have all the deformed children, and people make jokes about that. I've seen the websites that post the photos of the horribly deformed children. I see people making jokes about them going, good, let the Hajis die. Oh, well, your kids are going to be popping out like that, too. And is that going to be real cute and funny, too? Because, you see, there's one rule in this universe. What comes around goes around. You reap what you sow. You can call it karma if you want. But I'm not talking about in some next life. I'm talking about now. And I shake with fear. Not of man, but the only thing I fear, God, the universe, justice. I get chills for you. I wouldn't be surprised if God didn't step on this whole country. This decadent, slovenly, 51 million aborted babies, delusional. I guess they deserve to die too. Are they Hajis too? Everybody's dehumanized now, including our troops. I wouldn't be surprised if God didn't step on this whole country and crush me and my whole family in the process. I wouldn't slight God just because we're judged. Just because I was standing next to people like you. Now, you can always repent. We can always spiritually make the decision to say what we've all done collectively is wrong. But no, we're going to wear black uniforms and skull hats and act real tough. And, gee, I'm really good. I shot women. I'll do it again. They're savages. They like to scare people. I scared them. I like to scare people. It's weird. In his book, he's like, I like to scare people. And he's on O'Reilly. He's like, I don't like to kill people. I want to scare people. All right. They're not shutting down any military, folks. They're getting ready for the next big terror attack. So they can say, well, we were going to cut the military, but now we can't. I've seen it scripted. It's a formula. It's all coming up. Stay with us.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Hello, I'm Alex Jones. Myself, my family, the Infowars.com team want to relay to you and your families that we are intensifying our efforts against the globalist on every front. Infowars.com is leading the fight against the technocrats. But we can't do that without your help. By getting the films, bumper stickers, and T-shirts at Infowars.com, you will wake up people in your area and support our operation as we move to the next level. We need your help to spread the word like never before. They wish to hide themselves during this tectonic battle between the forces of freedom and darkness. You are the response to the globalist technocrats and their program of global eugenics, dehumanization, and ultimate extermination. The war is here. It's an info war. The spirit of 1776 versus the mindset of 1984.
If you don't want to be unprepared, BePrepared.com. BePrepared.com is the official site of Emergency Essentials, the 24-year leader in emergency preparedness. Why do they lead? Because of best value, best selection, and their low price guarantee. Take advantage of BePrepared.com's inventory reduction sale going on right now. Save up to 43% on food storage and emergency supplies. Up to 43%. For example, be prepared with freeze-dried peaches and strawberries, freeze-dried roast beef, 182-piece first aid kits, 9-meal MRE kits, a waterproof multifunction emergency LED flashlight for only $3.99, and much more. BePrepared.com while supplies last. But hurry, sale ends when inventory's gone. Call 800-999-1863. That's 800-999-1863. Or online at BePrepared.com. BePrepared.com. Best value, best selection, and low price guarantee. The choice is clear. Be unprepared or BePrepared.com.
You know, our criminal government staged the Gulf of Tonkin to get us into Vietnam, killed 58,000 Americans, wounded over 300,000. They treated those vets like dog meat. I don't mean the hired hippies that were hired to spit on them to make people hate peace movements. I don't mean that psyop. I mean the VA and the rest of them. And there's this whole culture of just saying you support the troops, but then feeding them into meat grinders. And now you're going to have to deal with troops here at home. And let me tell you, I've had them in New York when I'm videotaping them across the street, run over, scream at me, cuss at me, with firearms on their sides. For no reason. And it's not the kind of military I've seen or what my family that's in the military looks like. They've got a special brand of dumbed-down idiot that they're going to have domestically here in the U.S., and then cops bugging their eyes out in black uniforms with machine guns, looking all paranoid, like any moment a demon is going to jump out of the bushes and eat them. And then they've got all these groups training the local police to just get ready for all Hades to break loose. And it probably is. The system is going to stage a bunch of terror attacks against their minions to get them all hyped up to have a war with the American people. That's what's being prepared. And I keep telling you this since I went to urban warfare drills more than 13, 14 years ago and witnessed them training to come to your house and take your guns. And you've now seen drills in Iowa just a few years ago of this. And you've seen them calling for troops on the streets in America. And then we've got this guy coming out demonizing Ventura, and it turns out he's part of all of that training. Big Brother in St. Louis schools plans to monitor student activity at home. Again, in Pennsylvania, it was the government itself that announced they're watching you at home on your laptops. And then when people backlashed, they said, oh, we're not doing it. They had said they were doing it, but then in a psyop with no respect for you, they said, oh, I mean, we're not doing it. It's a conspiracy theory. Then it came out in court, of course they were, including watching children in their showers. And now they're announcing Big Brother in St. Louis schools plans to monitor student activity at home. You want to be part of our school? You're going to wear a wristband that tracks your heart rate, everything. Elementary schools in Missouri plan to use wristwatch-like devices called polar active monitors to surveil children, not only at school but also at home. Parkway Elementary schools get them while they're young. In St. Louis, plan to collect data about activity levels and even sleep patterns for a week at a time. It will have the students wear the devices round the clock, according to St. Louis Today. A pilot program began in April. Yeah, Department of Defense runs it in San Antonio. They got similar stuff. And AI computer cameras in the classrooms and in the schoolrooms that watch what you eat and what you say. And I'm getting footage sitting everywhere of like telescreens going up in town squares, Walmarts, malls. And it's on the news, and you walk in and there's big screens like in every dystopic movie. Running Man, Equilibrium. I mean, every movie where it's a nightmare future, there's big TV screens saying, don't trust your neighbors on them. And now you walk in and they got jumbo screens saying, don't watch your neighbors. And they've got the troops, the ones that are evil or dumb enough, all ready to wage war against us. And foreign governments training them. German, Dutch, Israeli. I mean, I've been to the urban drills. I've shown you. I mean, it's in the news. And I tell you, this country is just so in such trouble. And you watch a lot of the public's going to line up behind these authoritarians when they stage this and salute the troops coming down the street. And they'll salute. I've heard them call for it. If I get arrested and taken away, they'll be like, good, arrest that traitor. I mean, I've heard them saying, good, get rid of the posse comitatus, put troops on the streets. And I've heard them now. The good old boys are like, you know what? Go ahead. Because I heard the right-wingers are working with the Hajis. And I'm like, but I thought you're right-wing. They're like, shut up. We're going to get you. We know you work with Al-Qaeda. And I'm like, no, I don't work with Al-Qaeda. The government does. We're going to arrest you, buddy. We're patriots and you're not. And I mean, they're ready to turn this country over to pure evil. They want to do it.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
Did you ever think you'd be where you are a decade into the 21st century? Record foreclosure rates for homes, if not yours, your neighbors. Thankful for the unemployment check since you were laid off. And placing your child's name on the angel tree in hopes of a Christmas gift, along with thousands of other Americans. Did you ever think your future would feel this out of control? The fact is, in all this craziness, there's only one thing you can control. Your greatest dependency, your food supply. Make 2012 the year you take control by getting prepared. eFoods Direct introduces the best way to build your food supply in the 21st century. Get a 21-day supply of food free with purchase. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Take back control in 2012. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Remember, you can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
There comes a time in any system when a dam breaks from water or an avalanche begins because of too much snow piling up, or when you put a piece of paper onto a hot stove and then it finally browns and then reaches flash point at a certain Fahrenheit and flashes into flame. Now, in historical perspectives, a couple years is like a millisecond. And we are now entering the flashpoint where the paper ignites, Before the Constitution was browning and cracking, now it's caught on fire. And the dam broke, the tyranny's flooding in, and the government's like, yeah, we're going to censor you. We got spies on every street corners. We're face scanning you. We're putting passive MRIs in to brain scan you. We're going to have checkpoints everywhere. Now we're setting the checkpoints up. We're going to start censoring the internet. We're going to have machine guns. Yes, we're training your kids to spy on you. Anyone could be a terrorist. I mean, there's PSAs now for kids where they're like, turn in a family member and get $200. I mean, that's from 10 years ago in Road to Tyranny, but now there's new ones out. I mean, it's